I'm Claire Wickes, I'm a composer and I'm going to show you a breakdown of a track I've made using two libraries from KeepForest which are up for grabs in this year's Score Relief competition, and those are the Evolution Devastator Breakout Pro and Risend Pro. I've used a clip from the QTube and this already comes with incredible sound design which you can use if you want to have a go at scoring this yourself. But for the purposes of this demo, I've removed it, so everything that you hear on here is one of these KeepForest libraries. So here it is. First, I'm just going to show you Evolution Devastator Breakout Pro doing what it does best, which are amazing combined pieces of sound design and scoring. So if I just press a random key, that is with no interference from myself. So as you can see, it's got this engine, it's combining 8 different samples here to make completely unique and infinitely customizable ranges of sounds. You've got your hits, Brahms, signatures. There's just so much. If you think that all sounds like hard work, then don't worry, it has the thing for you, which is basically shuffle. So we've also got this XY pad, and if you're looking at this and thinking it looks like the dashboard of a spaceship, that is also what I thought for the first 5 minutes I looked at it, but it's actually incredibly intuitive. So this XY pad basically means that I can affect the volume of each of these individual samples just by moving around this little dot. So if I hold this down, so those are some pretty big combinations you can make, but equally every single one of the individual samples you use can be customized. And I'll just show you how I used that in this track. So I wanted there to be a signature sound that went the whole way through. So I wanted that going through the whole thing, but I kind of wanted to bury the lead a little bit at the start of the trailer so that we didn't just have exactly the same sound. So we never hear it in its entirety until the very climax of the entire thing. So if that's our pure unadulterated sample, I've just assigned different versions of this sample to each different key on the keyboard. If we dig into this individual sample, you can see I've used this pan going from left to right. This is really fun to use. It's kind of like an Etch-a-Sketch or something. Do I mean that? And then we've got LFO as well. So if you just listen, you can hear that the intensity of the LFO changes. This one's the first version that you hear in this track, and I wanted it to be kind of veiled, so I've used the filter. The really fun thing about the XY pad is that you can record exactly what you do on there. So if I wanted to change that, in fact, let's have a go at tuning it. I just press record, play the sample, and then next time I play it, it's going to do that exact journey again. We've also got all of these broken down into individual instruments. So there's a lot of percussions, you've got your Brahms, signals, alarms, tick-tocks, pulses, loops, and playables like your basses, leads, that kind of thing. So I'll just show you some of the taikos that I've used on this track. I've got these going through a sequencer, which is also built into this. This is fully customizable and really, really easy. We can just make up a pattern now. Each of these shows you a round robin that this individual drum patch has. So all of these are coming with a lot of round robins. That means when you put them through a sequencer, they don't sound as mechanical as that sort of thing sometimes can. I can't move on without showing you my favourite feature of this library. So if I'm just working on the reverb over here, this guy, he's like the Mona Lisa, always watching. Want to change the envelope? He's going to check that out too. You know, if like me, you've been spending a bit too much time in the studio, it's just nice to have a buddy there sometimes. So moving swiftly onwards to RiseEng Pro, as you can see, this has got a fairly similar interface to Evolution Devastator Breakout. This is more geared towards trailer scoring, so those kind of rise and hit moments that are really, really common in trailers. I'll just show you again what it can do with minimal interference from me. One feature that I didn't go into before is this timeline down here. So if you're wondering how you can practically use this in your scoring, this is how. As I said before, it's really intuitive to use. So all I need to do is grab a sample. If I think I actually want that right at the beginning of this sequence when I trigger the key, that is. So for example, I've used that in this sequence here with the doors opening. All right, do you want one more of these for the road? All right, so there's your whistle-stop tour of 2 of the prizes that have been generously donated by KeepForest. Their entire AZERX bundle is also up for grabs, which is a huge composition and sound design tool, so check that out. As you put in your entries for score relief, don't forget to donate. It's all for an amazing cause. It's for the charity In Place of War. They just do such a valuable work. Do check that out if you've not already, and give whatever you can afford, whether that's the price of a cup of coffee or the price of the number of cups of coffee that you drank whilst you were doing your score relief score. Thanks so much for watching.